Japan has Godzilla. What does your country have? Nessie. The Great Kali. Drop bears. Mr. Fucking Bean. Emus. We lost a war against them. Diabetes. We have Tanifa and the Pwakai, but that is probably cultural memory of the Haast eagle, the biggest eagle known to have existed. Extinct, but not a myth. Peter Crouch. Corruption. Till Schweiger. Frowning face. Andrew Tate in jail. Looking seriously, my country mostly just has a ton of Nessie-style lake monsters. I guess it makes sense since we have the most amount of lakes of any country. Shaun the Sheep. Poland has Wawel Dragon. Neighboring countries. Load shedding. Dracula, aka Vlad the Impaler. Arnab Goswami. Kraken. The fucking Sam Squatch. Ricky. The Marcoses. Like cigarettes in 1950, what is a bad habit we all do that will look bad in retrospect? Scrolls 12th straight hour of social media. Can't think of one. Not sleeping. Horrible sleep schedules. Has a huge overall effect on our health, but it goes unnoticed for many. Also, the problem has to do with social media and how kids ruin their sleep by being on their phones during the night. Social fucking media. Putting your entire life on blast with every petty detail. Fillers and are already beginning to take their breast implants out after suffering from health issues. Dermatologists are coming forward and saying that derma fillers can last anywhere up to a year. Meanwhile, some clinics are still injecting people every 3-6 months. I think there's still so much that we don't know about cosmetic procedures. Single-use plastics. Scrolling for hours on TikTok. Phones in general. Ultra-processed foods. What does it feel like to be put asleep by doctors for surgery? You start counting down. Then you wake up. You never notice falling asleep. I love it. Count to 3 and I'm gone, then wake up in recovery babbling utter bulls. 1 second eyes open, next second asleep, and the next second you're in another room, in a patient bed, with a wheelchair beside the bed. This was my experience anyway. Not as bad as you can build it up to be if this is coming up soon for you. 1 minute everything is fine, then you feel some dizziness, then your eyes get heavy, then you're done. All that transpires in a matter of 10-20 seconds. Don't worry too much. It doesn't feel like anything. You go sleep and then you wake up missing all of that time. What immediately tells you someone is an asshole? Make fun of others who have less. Listening to anything out loud on your phone in a restaurant. Mistreating animals. Not cleaning up after yourself in public places because otherwise the custodians wouldn't have jobs. They can't apologize for fucking anything. Insisting that's just who I am instead of growing and maturing as a person. Thinking the rules or laws don't apply to them. People who throw violent tantrums at fast food employees over chicken nuggets. Talking or using their phone in a movie theater while movie is playing. Being obsessed with how much money everyone they encounter makes. Just casually litters. Cruelty to animals. Abandoning their pet. I'm brutally honest. Hey, I call it like I see it. I'm just a straight shooter, and some people can't handle the truth. The truth doesn't care about your feelings. 9 times out of 10 it's a huge jackass. People who always have to be right. What industry is a lot shadier than it seems? Trucking. The margins are razor thin and so everyone is trying to nickel and dime each other constantly. The drivers lie to their dispatchers, the dispatchers lie to the brokers lie to the clients. All of this for like $50,100 sometimes. The wig industry. There are pretty much only 2 wig makers in the world and they repackage the wigs according to what company you buy from. So a Beyonce at one company, might be another company's Auburn Blonde. Also, when I worked for a company we had a lifetime guarantee on the wigs, so people would have it for a few years then return it. All we did was wash it in an industrial washing machine, restyle it then sell it as new. Avocado farms. Most of the farms in Central America are taken over by the cartel because of how much money is in selling avocados. What is a devastating yet common life event some people have to go through? Death of loved ones. Growing apart from people in life. Sometimes there's no reason and no one is at fault. People just change and grow differently than others. Letting friendships and relationships run their course is always sad, but necessary. Being betrayed by loved one's family. It only takes one car crash to ruin your life forever. Taking care of a loved one who's suffering from a terminal mom. Losing a best friend. Cancer. It's happening to me, and that sucks. It's happening to my mother-in-law, and that sucks in an entirely different way. And it killed my dad when he was 58. Which was a different kind of awful altogether. Admitting that many of the problems you face are of your own making. Domestic violence. Unfortunately it is very common but no one should have to go through it. Death of your family pet. What is a random piece of advice you would like to share with the world? Focus on the things you can control. Never take decisions when angry. Embrace the power of yet. Not knowing or achieving something isn't a permanent state, it's just not yet. Keep learning, growing, and you'll get there. Life is meant to be enjoyed, not feared. If you have a day off where you want to stay home and do nothing, Don't tell people you have nothing planned. Seriously, don't give a F what others think of you. Do what you want. Success greets you in private and failure slaps you in public. Just because you're struggling doesn't mean you're failing. Don't eat the yellow snow. It's okay to not be friends with someone. Don't do it. Get better locks and get a security system too if you can. Am locksmith. I can say from experience that most of your houses are not very secure. Look after your teeth and gums. Buy the best toothpaste and interdental brushes. Use them 2x a day. What is something that still hasn't gone back to normal after the pandemic? 24-hour stores and restaurants. There are probably way less than half as there used to be. Used car prices. A lot of places that reduce services for health and safety seem to have decided it saves too much money to bring back. Many hotels aren't doing daily service. Fast casual restaurants are leaning heavily towards takeout and delivery. In-person appointments for many services. Places closed fitting rooms and instead of reopening them, they just tore them out. Clothing brands differ so much in sizes, I need to be able to try them on before I buy them. Supermarkets that used to be open 24/7. We are experiencing higher than normal call volume. The wait time at your local emergency department is 4 hours 53 minutes. Are you sure you need to be here? Tip function on every debit machine. Like McDonald's or Booster Juice. What's a food that the majority of people or restaurants fuck up in your opinion? Fries. So many mediocre fries. Load a nasty barbecue out there drowning in sauce to try and cover it up. Onion rings. A great onion ring is an elusive thing. I just had to pay $4 extra to add mushrooms to stroganoff. That should not be an additional fee. Hash browns. I don't get why I can only get lightly toasted but mostly white potato shavings. Even if I say, no white, they still come out raw. Poutine. It's trendy to stick fries, with cheese and a sauce and call it that. But you can really substitute any of the ingredients and have it taste anywhere near the original. Crab cakes. Even in MD it's hit or miss. Outside of MD, places tend to use too much filler and binder. What's one thing you do after checking into your hotel room? Open every single door and drawer, just to see what's in there. Check for any signs of bed bugs. Plop face down on the bed with no thought of dirt or bed bugs. Apparently unlike everyone else on Reddit lol. Either open the curtains to check the view or go into the bathroom and judge it. Put on my robe and wizard hat. Untuck the ends of the bed sheets. Can't stand the tucked in feeling. Lay down on the bed. I'll probably be tired AF. Road warrior of 20-some years. Hotel rooms are disgusting places. Accept the fact that it is not clean and just move on. I check to see if the bathroom is clean. Otherwise, I do not check for bugs, cameras, look under the mattress, or anything else because frankly, you don't want to know what lurks about the room. Make sure it's ice cold in the room lamau. Turn the thermostat down to lowest possible. Take a dump. What's something that only ignorant people believe? They can beat the casino because they have a system. A timeshare is a great investment. That if you express any happiness whatsoever, that means that you can't be suffering from depression. Or that depression can be miraculously cured by a walk in the woods. That there are only good people, and evil people. Flat earth people. Believing that all problems have simple, black and white solutions is like thinking a Rubik's Cube only has one color. Life's a bit more complex, my friend. Lol. That people actually have the lives they share on social media. That bad things only happen to bad people. If you work hard you will succeed. That so and so totally has it out for you because they hate you and that's why unrelated bad thing happened. That religion or race makes one individual better than another. They believe they know everything. What's the weirdest, craziest conspiracy theory you have heard of? Traffic barrels are left up for so long because the Department of Transportation bought too many, has no place to store them. Had a co-worker that fully believes the government controls the weather so celebrities can have nice weddings. Rocks are soft until touched. Dumbest, but still my favorite, that Gisele Bündchen is an actual witch and she hexed Leonardo DiCaprio after they broke up so that he would never be able to date anyone older than she was when they broke up. The 5 grams waves emitted by the emergency broadcast test activate the COVID vaccine microchips and turn people into zombies. Give them Marburg. One is definitely one of the weirdest I've ever heard. Marilyn Manson had ribs removed to facilitate autofellatio, i.e. blow himself. Whoever started that rumor deserves a medal because it went everywhere. Which movie has the most mind-blowing plot twist? The original Planet of the Apes. Gone Girl has like 5 story-changing twists. Say what you will about the Saw, I've never seen so many jaws drop at once as when John stood up at the end of the first movie. Atonement. Primal Fear blew my mind the first time I watched it. Crazy Stupid Love. Memento. Jacob's Ladder. I did not see that coming for sure. George Clooney building a dildo rocking chair in Burn after reading. Did not see that coming. Usual Suspects. The Sixth Sense. Psycho was a game changer. Hands down Old Boy, the original Korean one. I literally sat with my mouth open stunned for like 15 minutes processing what had happened. The others. Fight Club. No one has said A Beautiful Mind? I did not see that coming when I first saw it. She never gets older. The game, you're pushing 30 and all your friend groups no longer exist. How do you make new friends? Wait till you are 50. You won't give a shit then. Explore hobbies, seek out like-minded people, co-workers, neighbors, fitness buddies, join community groups, bowling league, martial arts, local meetups, weekly trivia nights, dog walking groups, hiking groups. Has our Vancouver 4 friends? Might your region have something similar? Get a chest that's not on the internet. At least once it will find people. Keep it up. Life is hard, but you're not alone. Try new hobbies, meet people at said hobbies, then hang out with them doing something other than said hobby. Easier said than done though. My strategy has been cats. They are very friendly, and I talk to them all day.